The stories shared on the Busy Baddies are submitted by real listeners and are intended for entertainment and discussion purposes only. To protect the privacy of everyone involved, all names, companies, and identifying details have been changed or omitted. Any resemblance to real people or events are purely coincidental. We believe in keeping it real while keeping it respectful. Thank you for sharing your experiences and for trusting us to spill the tea with care.
When the lights go low and the real work begins, this is the Busy Baddies.
Where assistants come uncensored, the stories get spicy, and the corporate filter, Control Alt Delete.
I'm Michelle, EA to the CEO of a Fortune 150 company.
And I'm Mel, former C Suite EA turned admin rebel.
And we're here to talk about the real stuff, the stories that never make it to the all hands meeting. Hey, baddies, welcome back. We have a super fun show today. We've been just stockpiling these and we can't wait to share it with you. You ever have one of those weeks where your blood pressure spikes every time you hear the Teams ping?
And it says, "Hey."
Yeah, or you there?
You there? How are you? Question mark. We've already touched on that in another episode.
Yeah.
And one of my other favorites of when your executive is like, "Hey, just throw something on the calendar." Like, yeah, you have the time for that. And
Yeah.
what do you think I'm over here doing?
Yeah. So this episode, we're going to get into where we say what every assistant is thinking, but HR hopes we won't.
Yep, that's right. Today we're diving into admin pet peeves, the small stuff that makes us question our life choices, and the big stuff that deserves its own TED Talk. Maybe one day.
Maybe. Time management, communication chaos, office politics. We're unpacking it all.
Yes.
So grab your iced coffee, open that shared inbox, and let's vent like the high functioning badasses we are.
That's right. Let's get into it.
I mean, I have been just waiting for this. And for the listeners out there, I'm sure the majority of you out there are our fellow admins and we thank you. But in this episode, I think we're hoping more of the leaders are listening.
That's right.
Because I think this one's going to be for you.
Yeah, so maybe like, admin day or something next year or another special holiday coming up if you guys need to share a laugh, if you're going to have a glass of wine over the holidays. Maybe you just play this episode for your leader.
Yeah, like at the start of the year when everybody's like into their fitness and like dropping that 10 pounds, how about we just kind of, like Melissa said, we replay this and kind of commit to stop doing some of this shit?
Yes, please. Please.
All
and
right.
we kind of broke it down too into kind of segments. So, because I feel like we even have compartments or buckets of pet peeves. There's so many.
Yeah.
Gosh, I was so glad that we got so many responses on this one.
Yeah, because I was just going to say, these are all not specifically Melissa and I's pet peeves.
No.
Now, I will say I share a lot of them.
Yes.
But yeah, this is not just going to be Michelle and Melissa's like bitch fest of all the irritating stuff that leaders do.
We do the bitching offline so that we don't get in trouble for it. But the first bucket we're going to get into is around time and scheduling, which, as we all know, takes up so much of what we do because if you are managing a calendar, it is chaotic.
Yeah.
One of my personal favorites is someone who is always giving of their time and they're really bad about accepting like last minute meeting requests with like no context.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, just put something on the calendar with Melissa. She'll get you 10-15 minutes."
Yeah.
Drives me insane.
Yeah.
There was nothing that gave me more anxiety than being in a room with my leader and her or him even saying, And at the end of this, I would love to connect with any of you who are interested. I literally wanted to crawl
Yeah.
inside my skin and
Yeah.
say, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Like this is like anxiety attack for me.
No, for sure. And I think it happens a lot like at any like big employee
Yes.
event,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And there is a lot of it. I mean, our leaders want to seem and
Mhm.
appear available,
Yes.
but I mean, come on, people.
Right.
You're
Yeah,
not. Like, let's
no.
just be real.
Yeah, let's
Y-
call it what it is.
yeah, like you cannot meet
No.
with 10 random people.
No.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Double booking themselves, that's another fan favorite of mine, where then you are just expected to kind of fix it like
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
Like we have these little wands that um, I always like to use the phrase, my magic wand is in the repair shop, and I don't
Right.
see me getting it back anytime soon, which
Yeah,
is
no, and especially what's hard for us is we
Mhm.
understand, and of course the leader does too, but they're counting on your attendance at
Yes.
both of those.
Yes.
So unless, you've figured out how to like morph yourself, I mean,
Mhm.
we just can't be in two places at once
No,
still in the year 2025.
and you can't. It always would peeve me too when I either own the calendar or you do.
Yes,
It
can't be
can't be
both of us.
both
Mhm.
because you have, as we like to say, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah,
It is a fire drill at
right.
that point when they start scheduling their own stuff.
Yeah.
Or, I've even experienced that with backups, which is where I got away from having a backup because
Yeah.
I was like, they don't know the methodology. Someone else could have reached out to me while I was off.
Right.
Like it just becomes chaotic when there's
Yeah.
too many people living in the calendar.
Yeah, and so ever since I've been with my leader, we've kind of set it up, and maybe this is just a fun tip for anybody out there that didn't know you could do this.
Mhm.
So we use Outlook
Mhm.
at our place of employment,
Yep.
and we actually have it set up
Mhm.
that my leader does not get calendar invites.
Love it.
So there can be no accepting
Yep.
or declining of anything
Yeah.
because she
You
doesn't
don't
see
get
them
them.
because you don't get
Yeah.
them.
You don't know what you don't see.
Yes, exactly. And so the first question everybody always asks is, well, what does she do when you're not there? Well, she knows to go into the calendar,
Mhm.
and obviously if somebody sends an invite,
Right.
it's kind of like faded, but
Yes.
you can still open it.
Right.
So she just knows like that that's what she has to do
Yeah.
when I'm not there. So I highly encourage anybody that's able to
Mhm.
take that away from their leader.
Take away the control
That's right.
and put the fear of God in them that their computer will self implode if they accept the
Yes,
calendar
exactly.
invite.
So here's another one of people asking you to schedule a meeting when they're actually on the invite thread. Like,
Yes.
come on, people.
Yeah.
We didn't get this gig because, we're complete morons. Like, we
Yes.
can follow the thread. This
Yes.
is not the first time. Like,
Uh,
let us do
what
what
we
we
do.
do.
Yes.
Hmm.
People
Oh,
asking
this one.
for, I just need 10 minutes.
Oh, this one really,
And then you
really.
are knocking on the door 2, 3, 4 times to be like, okay,
Yeah.
you're up to 30
Yes.
minutes
Yeah,
now.
and just, like, literally put the whole day off.
Yes. And I think some people intentionally know to ask for 10 minutes because they think, oh, well, that's not
They'll
a
get
huge
it.
ask. They'll get it. And then
Yes.
I have a captive audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh,
Not cool, people,
not
and
cool.
and, for those supporting, like, actual leaders, I mean,
Hmm.
you can probably get away with that, you know,
Yeah.
within your own
Right.
team,
Yep.
but when you're asking for, C-suite and above,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, director or something, like, you have to be mindful of their time. It's
Hmm.
not just yours.
That's exactly right.
So,
Yeah. So next bucket is communications.
mhm.
What are you thinking about this one?
Oh gosh,
Ugh.
so being left out of the loop, and then, obviously get the blame when something slips.
Ugh, yeah, I feel like it should be called communication or lack thereof.
Yeah.
Um, because I think for them, it is they just assume that we know everything.
Right.
Where I think especially it's just super important because things move so fast.
Yeah.
At least they did in our world where communication is so important. I always tell people it is so imperative that you meet with your leader either daily,
Yeah.
a couple times a week, or
Mhm.
at least once a week because so many things can change just in a 24-hour period, like you said. I
Yeah.
like to check in over the weekend because
I don't wanna be, you
no,
know
blindsided Monday,
exactly.
and so I think that is a huge communication is a big one, but I think a lot of the pet peeves could be preventable
Mhm.
if we were more diligent about communication and the leaders were as well.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that maybe is, like you said, they're just so used to you
Mhm.
being in the know.
Yep.
So I don't necessarily think it's any fault of anybody's, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, that's kind of a oopsie.
The lovely reply all when we have like 47 people on an email and then all of a sudden your inbox blows up because
Oh my.
everybody is replying to someone else.
Yeah, I
Read
mean,
the room.
there's there's a little bit of me that feels like the reply all button should be removed.
Blocked. Yes,
Yeah.
deleted, whatever. Agree with you. Yeah. And I think the last one is a good one too.
Yeah, so we have people who stop talking to you after you no longer support your leaders. I think this, and not even so. Let's just go into a little deeper of not even after you no longer support your leader, but once you or they get what they need from you.
Oh yeah, they don't need you anymore.
Yeah, so it's just like be done with you, and we kind of talked about that in another episode too of like people that, like, you only
Mhm.
hear from when they need something.
Yeah, cuz you serve them, which those people are not assholes, they're ass kissers, right?
Yeah, say it like you
Say
mean
it
it.
like you mean it. Gosh, yeah, there's I mean, and you guys, I would love to see in the comments like some of these other pet peeves because I think we have one, two, three, four, five or six at least buckets
Yeah,
of pet peeves.
and I'm sure we have some that we just don't even remember that we
Yeah,
have until
from PTSD.
yeah, we've just, like, blocked out.
Exactly.
So let's go into, process and priorities.
You mean everything's not a priority, Michelle?
Can't be, can't be.
I have yet to work for a leader where everything was not important. It was not all priority.
Well, and it's not even I feel like it's the people that wanna meet with the leader,
Yes.
is everything is urgent, everything, like, it's on fire, and
Yes.
it's like, if we treated every single meeting request
Mhm.
as urgent,
Oh god. Nothing would get done.
nothing would get done.
No. No. And I think the thing I always think of too is leaders, they also are not aware because to them, again, we have said this in many episodes, I know, that when they want to change something, we make it look so easy
Mhm.
that they're like, I need to drop this, this, and this, and I need to add that on.
Yeah.
The brain damage that we suffer from just what seemed to them to be a very minor change
Yes.
or, you know, oh, it's just, it's just one move.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say the mental load
Yes.
that
Yes.
admins take on that I
Mhm.
don't think anybody realizes
Yes.
what that, and I hate to use the word burden because,
Yeah.
it's our job, it's
Yeah.
work, but, it's a very mentally
It's heavy.
exhausting
Yeah.
role.
Absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, in the next one, I can't wait for you to talk about this one. This is good.
Yeah, so, other than it, like, process and priorities in general is, treating calendar changes like a game of Jenga.
Yep.
I don't think people understand what ripple effect
Ugh.
one slight calendar change
Yeah.
just immediately, it's
Yep.
like one domino falling and
Yep.
there goes everything else. I mean, the calendar alone is 100% job security
Mhm.
in an admin role.
Oh, yeah.
And if you do not like being in a calendar, this job is not for you. And
No.
I had an honest conversation with a coworker, and this was years ago. They were kind of thinking of they were in like a general admin role,
Yeah.
but not necessarily supporting a
Yeah.
leader, and thought maybe that they wanted to go into this
Yeah.
role. And one of the first things they had told me was that they hate the calendar and calendaring. I said, you can't do this
Yeah.
job then.
Yeah. You
I'm
need a
sorry,
career.
you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
You know, I spend more of my time in the calendar than
Mhm.
anything else.
Yes.
And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it,
Mm-mm.
but it is so overwhelming,
It is.
the amount of time that is just spent in Outlook calendar.
Yes. I agree. I think that was one of the hardest things for me when I got out of it was to not live and breathe in a calendar because the
Yeah.
schedule just dictated so
Yeah.
much, which is kind of a good segue into the people that don't respect the buffer time that you intentionally
Mhm.
build in.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes people are guilty leaders. This is for you out here in case you're not picking up on what I'm dropping. Um, if I intentionally build you a 30-minute break in between every 90 minutes of meetings, that doesn't mean that you schedule someone in and then you run late to the thing that you actually had 30 minutes to get ready for.
Yeah.
Or you don't go over on time and then say, "Oh, I ran behind. Like, can you push my day back by 30 minutes?" Like
Yeah.
you said, it affects everything. And the
Yeah.
breaks are built in there, like we said, intentionally
Yeah.
for a purpose.
Right. And if we didn't do that,
Right.
you wouldn't be using the restroom.
No.
You wouldn't have 20 minutes to feed your
Breathe.
face.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, like
It's
just,
intentional.
yeah. And for a lot of us, we also know what meetings are like
Mhm.
really kind of drain the cup, if you will,
Yep.
or like they're just a really intense meeting.
Yep.
You know, we're talking about strategy or setting goal, like whatever it
Yeah.
may be.
Layoffs or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we understand because we are reading the whole day for you
Yep.
that sometimes it's for your own good.
Yes,
Like,
and you
you're
don't even know
welcome.
you need it.
Right,
Right, that's
right.
exactly right.
Like, you get cranky after you meet with this
Mhm.
person,
Yep.
so we need you to get out of that headspace for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
Good one. So here's one that is just, it happens. Surprise travel changes after you've already confirmed flights, cars, hotels, meetings. It kind of goes into the constant calendar changing because
Mhm.
these are just normal admin things.
Yeah.
But because we're so meticulously planning your day, your
Mhm.
travel, that I know for me, being extremely organized, these little changes really just,
Infuriating.
and I know that they happen. So
Yes.
I understand it, but they just really are, I'm like, ah, like seriously, can it just not stay?
Yeah, it's I worked for a leader one time, and he it was like a standing joke between him and I because every time I booked travel,
Mhm.
solidified it, booked it, paid for it, printed it out, got the everything all put together for him, placed it all on the calendar, I always after about 6 months of working for him, it became the standing joke of I was like, "I can't wait to see what you change this to."
Right. Oh,
Because
yeah.
I think in the 5 years I worked for them, they may be out of 5 years, and this may be extending them a lot of credit,
Yeah.
did not change flights 5 times.
Wow.
There was change fees, there was cancellations, there
Yeah.
was I decided not to go, there was I don't want this hotel. I'm not gonna fly into this city now. I don't wanna sit on this airline. I wanna go to a different one because so and so
Right.
just flew American, and It was a constant. It was almost like, I can't wait to book this so that I can rebook it again.
Yeah, and at that point, it's just like you already knew.
Yeah. Which this person now does not have an assistant, thinks that he's going to die without me. And it's so hilarious because he called me a few months ago when I was on my way to work one morning, and he was having a total meltdown. He's like, it took me 3 fucking hours to book a trip to Chicago. And so he goes, I immediately thought of you because I thought,
man, I really need to say, I really owe her a very nice gift.
He's like, I did this shit all the time to you. And I was like, yes, you did.
Yeah.
I'm mentally handicapped now because of it. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
you're like, no matter what I did, it really didn't matter. Like, I just started like throwing a dart at a map and was like, I'm gonna book it for this because I'm gonna change it anyway.
Yeah, and he's like, now when I book something, he goes, I actually have to stick to it. He goes, because it elevates my blood pressure so much to even think about having to relive.
I was like, get.
I should have handcuffed you to my arm and made you sit at my desk. He goes, granted, it probably took you 15 or 20 minutes and it took me 3 hours. I was like, touche. Yes, possibly.
Oh my gosh, hilarious. So how about this will only take a second?
Oh God. How many times have we heard that?
Yeah, like what takes a second?
Me to pop out of my desk and walk away. But it's true. I mean,
walking away, that's what takes a second.
If I had $1 every time somebody told me that, I'd be a millionaire by now, probably.
For sure.
All of us would.
Oh gosh. Okay,
this next topic is going to be good. So we're going to get into the general office dynamic population, Gen Pop, as I like to call it. You know, those, oh God, this first one, absolutely.
You should be fired for doing this.
It just chaps my ass. Yeah. Let's just say that. Coworkers who bypass you to get to your executive.
Yeah. I think that should be automatic termination.
Knock, knock. Just so you know, I delete those emails out of my boss's inbox.
Ooh, now we're getting to the tea.
Go around me. It's kind of like that.
That's kind of like fuck around and find out. You just pulled it.
It's like that guy on Instagram where he's like, if you stay at 0 and you don't fuck around, you'll never find out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But the higher that you go up on the scale, you're gonna find out.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That is just etiquette 101 of being a good human being. Like, just don't do that to people.
No, and especially in a role where they have an admin. Like, you're also,
it's dismissive.
Well, and let me just give you a little tidbit to kind of gnaw on. When you are the one going around, the executive and their admin are talking about it.
Yes, you are a topic of not good conversations. Yes. And you have made what we, the EAs, would like to refer to as the list.
And every admin has a list.
Yes, newsflash. In case you did not know that, that is 100%. Yeah. And a lot of these things in general office dynamics, I feel like will get you on the list for sure.
Yeah, we should have named it to the list.
Yes.
All right, so how about being treated like you're just an assistant when you're actually the one running the show?
Yes.
And we don't mean like running a company, right? Like, no. But we are handling a lot.
Everything.
Yeah,
it's kind of like you said in one of the openers. You hold the keys to the entire city.
Yeah.
Nothing goes past you.
Yeah, and our executives want it that way. Yes. I think that is the biggest lesson learned for anybody out there.
Yes.
Is that trust us when we say this is exactly how the leaders want it.
Yep, absolutely. I love the people who just assume as well that you know every single thing about your leader.
Yeah.
In their personal life.
Right.
What toothpaste they use, what brand of pajamas they like, what underwear they wear.
Right. Well, yeah, in your case, you do actually
Box
know.
of briefs, baby. That's how he rolled. But yeah, it's just stuff like that it's like, yes, I know them, but there's also parts of them that I try to let them keep to
Yeah,
themselves
for sure.
because that's not healthy either. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want information, I can go to them and say, "Hey, like, what's your favorite flower? Hey, what kind of toothpaste do you like if you go to this hotel?" And which I've never been to a hotel where they ask you what kind of toothpaste you want, but
Right.
you would not be surprised
Yeah.
the things that we get asked if you're a leader listening to this.
Yeah, and also to kind of go in that bucket is most of the time we're answering with 99% certainty of
Yes.
how our leader
Mhm.
is going to want something,
Yeah.
what you think, what you
Yep.
feel, but at the end of the day it's still what we think and we feel based
Right.
on what we know, and I kid you not, more times than not that'll be the time that my boss shocks the hell out of
Yep.
me and goes completely opposite,
Yep.
and I'm like,
Really?
yeah,
Really? You had to do that
you're
to
making me
me?
look like a fool.
I pity the fool. Oh. And then there's the people who just assume that you're free to do anything because, you just manage the calendar. Like,
Yeah, I can't tell you how much I personally miss out on things
yeah.
because of my role.
Mhm.
Um,
A lot.
a lot. And it kind of goes back to the episode of, it's lonely at the
It
top.
is.
Because I feel like I and maybe it's a me thing, right? That
Mhm.
I can't leave
Yep.
to go have lunch with a coworker or to
Yep.
catch up with
Yep.
a friend.
Mhm.
And that sucks.
Yeah. It's a heavy price to pay, like we've said several times in different episodes around different topics. Like, I think a lot of times people just don't understand, and anybody who makes that moronic comment of,
Hmm.
"Well, you just manage a calendar."
Right.
"Well, you just look stupid," like,
Right.
is what you wanna say. Like,
Yeah.
you have no idea what I do.
Yeah.
If I just managed a calendar, I would use all my paid time off. I
Yeah.
would not be working at 6 o'clock in the morning to get caught up. Like,
Right.
I mean, you are a moron for saying that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shame on
Lord.
you.
Yeah, shame on you.
So here we're continuing on to the secret list
Ooh, I like
that
secrets.
that we kind of alluded to. So there's always things that I think we
Mhm.
do that go unnoticed,
Yes.
mainly for the greater good.
And I think that's because we are the people who tend to be the one person that your leader can count on
Yeah, for
because you're the
absolutely.
person who just gets shit done. Like,
Yeah.
I've worked for leaders where we would literally mark the calendar GSD, get shit done.
Oh,
Like,
I like that.
it was just because they're so used to us being the ones that get things across the finish line and just keep things moving.
So speaking of getting shit done, which I really like that. I may
Yeah.
start blocking
GSD.
off
That's it.
some GSD time.
Yes.
Is the last minute, oh by the way, I invited 12 people to dinner tonight. Can
Can
you
you find
find
a
a
spot?
spot?
Mind you, we live in Indianapolis, not New York, Chicago, or some big city where we have these. Because here's the thing, when you live in a place like Indianapolis, there's like 6 or 7 restaurants that are going to be to the level that your leader wants to go to.
Absolutely.
And they're almost always sold out like weeks in advance.
Yeah.
So, what do you do in that instance? They don't think about it. It just sounded great to have dinner with 12 people
Right.
randomly,
At an 8-person table, right?
Yeah, yeah. I always loved when I would get CC'd on something after the fact and then asked to make it work. That was one of my
Yeah.
personal favorites.
Yeah.
Had
But
you just brought me in the beginning, I probably wouldn't be cleaning up something.
yeah, for sure.
Um, I always
And
like to call that pull a Cinderella.
well, and not only that is it's taken away from the experience
Mhm.
or the meeting
Absolutely.
when you're not getting included on the front end
Mhm. Yeah,
because, so it's messing with that.
exactly.
How about being asked to keep an eye on something that is 100% not your job?
Mm. I mean, we've got into farm animals before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I've been asked to do that are not in my job description.
Yeah.
And I've even had leaders say, "Yeah, but that's the stuff that falls under other duties as assigned." So now I run when I see that in a job description because I'm like, you either take it out or you define what other duties might be.
Yes, I want at least some sort of realm of what you think those
Yes.
are. And
Yes.
you can be generic, right? Like
Yes.
maybe those are personal appointments
Yes.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Because we are at the end of the day here to make
Mhm.
your life, both work and personal, better so that you
Mhm.
can be the best version of you at work.
Yep.
So I get that, but
I
yeah.
always love the question too of where am I supposed to be? That was always a personal favorite where I was like, I'm pretty sure that you have the same calendar that I have
Yeah.
and you have the same kind of phone that I have in my hand
Pretty
and
sure you can
yeah,
read.
and I'm pretty sure you get this little box that pops up in the right-hand corner of your screen that gives you like a 15-minute warning and a 5-minute warning.
Right.
But I always love that question of
Yeah.
where am I supposed to be? What do I have at 2 o'clock? I don't know. Open your eyes.
Yeah. So here's one that really drives me crazy. I will also admit that I do this sometimes myself. But it's being everyone's Google.
Ugh.
Like, hello, you also have Google. Like, all I'm going to do is type it into Google.
Right.
And there's some like subject matter experts to
Mhm.
where I may
Yeah.
reach out to
Yeah,
them just
absolutely.
because I'm going
Yeah.
to get a way faster
Yes.
answer.
Yep. Yep.
But those just silly generic, like, hey, do you know what date Good Friday's on? Like, is your Google broke?
Right. Or is your calendar? Most national holidays are built into a calendar.
Yeah, like, so
Like
just those silly, silly questions where I'm like, did you just want to talk to me? Like,
Yeah, that's what it is.
just
Just
talk
say
to
it.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about people that don't know how to search their own inbox?
I feel like that's really something that people don't know how to do.
It must not be because I have experienced this several times.
Yeah, and I feel like it's happening more
Mhm.
often. Um,
Or do you think that we as assistants have got so good at what we do that we have made people lazy?
ooh, that may be it.
Yeah.
You may have hit the nail on the
Yeah.
head because I will get the text message of like, "Hey, when's my next one-on-one with so and so?" I'm just like,
Uh,
we, and I'm like, "Are you asking me because you really don't know,
right. Are you asking me because you
or
don't want to look? Like,
yeah, like,
that's fine. Just
y-
say what it is.
yeah,
Which I was always a direct communicator. So to me, like, I would just say, like, do you not want to look for that yourself? Is that why you're asking me? Like,
right."
which most people would be like,
Or
that would get
or
me
did you at
fired.
least or did you at least try to find it and you couldn't? And so you're just like Hail Marying it over to me because
Kind of, it makes me think of that like meme on like Instagram that I've seen where the monkey is like sitting in front of another monkey and it has the thing at the bottom that it says me trying to show my husband something that he said he looked for but couldn't find. And the monkey is literally peeling the other monkey's eyes open with their fingers
yeah.
and like holding it in front of them like, look,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
yes, here it is.
That's funny. All right. How about when you get a ping and it says, "Can we have a call?"
No, I fucking hate phone calls. I hate phone calls. Usually, if somebody calls me, they're like, "Oh, I got your voicemail. You didn't answer." That should have been your first clue to just go ahead and send me a text message. I hate phone calls.
Do you have so this is a funny story. When I first got into a new group, I guess you
Mhm.
could say.
Yeah.
And so I was like the new admin,
Yeah.
right? Which was a scary place to be,
Yeah.
mind you.
Yeah.
There was a team member, and every single time I would ping them a question,
Mhm.
my phone, and this was when we had desk phones.
Yeah.
My phone would instantly ring and it would be that person. And I still to this day could not figure out like what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Like,
They
was
literally
I
were hanging on your every word. Like, they
right?
were like
Or I'm like, did I ask it the wrong question?
Right.
But it just seemed like no matter what I asked this person, it could have been like, is the sun out?
Right.
Like literal yes or no question that
It rendered a phone call.
it rendered a phone call.
Wow.
Yeah.
That person would definitely be on my list.
The list.
Yes.
The list.
Yes.
No question.
Yeah, I would never be okay with that person. I literally hate phone calls. It is yeah. Which kind of leads into the after hour stupidity of something that is quote unquote urgent that really in all honesty could have waited till the morning.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I spend so much of my personal time doing work stuff anyway. Like
Mm-hmm.
the least you can do is not bother me after hours
Yeah.
unless it's an absolutely huge emergency.
Yeah. Like literally you're traveling
Mhm.
and a flight got canceled, which
Yeah.
you would understand. Like then
100%.
it is my
Yep.
job and now I'm back on the clock and
Yep.
we're going to get you home.
Yep.
I totally agree. And again, back to, being a natural perfectionist, when
Mhm.
I would get those, and my leader and I actually had to have a conversation about this
Yeah.
because it was affecting my after hours life. And
Yeah.
it wasn't, once we talked about it, I learned that it wasn't because she needed me to do something.
Yeah.
It was more of it popped into her head at the
Yep.
moment. She didn't want to forget, so
Yep.
she would send me a text.
Yep.
And so I told her, I need
Mhm.
you to say that then.
Yep. Yep.
Like,
No action needed,
no action
but
needed, just popped into my head
yep.
tomorrow, this.
Yep.
Because I
Yeah.
immediately went
Mhm.
into action mode. I
Yes.
got to do this. She's texting me at 8 o'clock at night and
Yes.
it's on her mind and I need to get to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah, be really
Clear.
clear
Yep.
in those messages. And because of that, I know that she now will tell her team
Mhm.
of like, unless I say this needs to be
Now.
done.
Yeah.
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 And it kind of goes hand in hand too with like delayed send. I think that's
Mm,
another pet peeve of mine because like I know that somebody wants to get it off of their mind, but then come 8 a.m. when they feel like it's safe to send, like
yeah.
it is a barrage of emails.
Yeah.
A, none of which makes sense. B, it probably could have honestly waited till just one email for everything that you were thinking of. But it's
Right.
like the delayed send is also problematic in that area
Yeah.
because, then it just,
Well, especially if you're
yeah,
sending 20 messages at
yeah,
8 a.m.
yeah. And it totally starts your day off
Yeah.
behind.
I rather you be sending them at 10
100%.
o'clock at night
Yeah,
because that's when you're
yeah,
working versus
right. Yeah,
getting them all at once.
agreed. So yeah, I hope some of these resonated with you guys, because I know they did me.
Yeah. I mean, talk about flashbacks.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm like we said, we could probably do this on a yearly basis, and the pet peeves would change
Oh,
because
yeah.
there is so many small, but to us big things are just stuff that just grinds on
Yeah. And,
us.
and everybody has them, right? This isn't an admin thing.
No,
I mean, every human just
yeah,
has pet peeves.
absolutely,
My husband likes to chew gum like a cow. And I'm just like,
yeah, yeah.
is that cud in your mouth? Like, can we stop, please? Drives me insane. Now, that also could be some menopausal stuff that that
Yeah,
could just
like
be irking me, but
yeah, like the whiskers when they shave in the sink, the dry toothpaste where
yeah,
they just couldn't wrench it out. Like there's a lot of those things at home too. So
yeah,
we're not picking on you. We're just saying like these are
yeah.
legitimate like things that grind. So
let us know in the comments, if we missed any,
Yeah.
which I'm
sure
sure
we
we
did.
did.
Yeah.
Drop it in the comments and we can keep our list going.
Absolutely. Okay, everybody, it's your favorite part.
Tea time!
And this week we're doing something a little different. So we are going to call this Triggered Admin Edition.
Ooh, I like it.
And we are going to do a fast-paced, fun, rapid-fire game called Pet Peeve or Eye Roll.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna say something, and then whoever didn't ask the question is gonna say Pet Peeve or Eye Roll.
Okay, got it.
So you can go first.
All right. They decline a meeting, then show up anyway.
Full eye roll. You're a loser. When your exec says, I'll handle this one myself, and spoiler alert, they don't.
Ooh, eye roll.
Okay.
Back-to-back meetings with 0 bio breaks.
Eye roll. I mean, your bladder's important, but it's not going to grind on me.
Yeah.
5 p.m. meeting request on a Friday.
Oh, pet peeve.
Yeah,
Totally.
100%.
Yeah. When someone asks, can we push this meeting up by 15 minutes? For no reason.
I'm going to say pet peeve with an eye roll.
Okay. Fair. Fair.
Email that just says thoughts and no context, nothing else.
Pet peeve.
Okay.
Yeah. Getting CC'd after the project goes sideways.
Eye roll. I'm not your cleanup crew. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
When someone messages, hey, and then doesn't follow up.
Oh, pet peeve.
Yeah, we kind of touched on that earlier.
Yeah, for sure. The dreaded per my last email moment.
Bitch, please. That wasn't an option. Sorry, pet peeve. When you fix something quietly and someone also gets credit.
Eye roll.
Yeah, whatever. We all know who the boss was.
They change flights after you've confirmed hotels, cars, and meetings.
Eye roll, but also some trauma involved.
Yeah.
Last minute, I invited 12 people to dinner like we just talked about.
Pet peeve.
Okay.
Yeah. When you send a perfect itinerary and they respond, can you remind me what time my flight is?
Pet peeve, and obviously your outlook is just a decoration now.
Yeah.
People who think travel planning is just clicking one button.
Oh, pet peeve.
Yeah, with an eye roll, I feel like.
Let's see. Whoops. When people suddenly stop talking to you when you switch execs.
Eye roll. Obviously, you're not about loyalty and, whatever. When someone says you must know everything.
Eye roll.
I mean, kind of a smile too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Duh. Let's see. When they say, can you just handle it with no details?
Eye roll.
Yeah. All right. Down to, okay, last 3.
They ask for something you already sent in writing.
Eye roll.
I mean, it seems like a pet peeve with an eye roll because it's like, I sent it to you,
Yeah.
but you didn't want to look for it.
Yeah. Okay, when you're on vacation and still get tagged in a chat.
Eye roll. Yeah.
Eye roll, pet peeve.
Is it a pet peeve for you?
Yeah, for sure. After hours Teams ping that says, got a sec.
Pet peeve.
So,
this is obviously a pet peeve that she's going into, so
yeah, attention to anybody that is employed and has some internal chat feature that you use, okay? We've recently moved over to Teams. We've done Skype, we've had Same Time, all of those other things. So for those of my Teams peeps out there, you will notice, and let me preface to say, if you know a hack that can stop this from happening, please share it with us.
Yeah.
So you can put your status to green, away, even I'm not working anymore.
Right.
The amount of people that ping you when you're not even on Teams drives me up a wall.
Yeah, because I literally appeared offline for 4.5 years.
And
people still pinged me every single time and wanted an immediate
Well,
response.
that's because your trick got out and everybody knew that you were really on there.
Like,
but
literally, you could message me and like 2 seconds later I would respond, but
Yeah.
people were like, and then there was like the random people you didn't deal with that often, and
Yeah.
they were like, you haven't showed online for like 3 years, 28 days, and 40 hours. And I'm like, yeah. So why are you messaging me?
What a great thing to end on, because it's so funny. And I literally got one Friday at, I want to say it was around 3:30. And you should be listening to our podcast. And if you did, you know that on Fridays, like, we're usually done. And so I intentionally like left it on red.
Yep.
Like, so they knew that I saw what they wrote, and then I didn't respond till Monday morning.
Right.
Because I'm
Dismissed.
like, come on.
Kind of like Clueless, as if.
One of the best movies
Yes, agreed. But no. So I guess the moral of the story with this episode is we see you. You're not alone.
ever. Yeah.
You're just living the baddie life.
Yeah.
Like, you are just out
We're out
there.
here, yeah, in the trenches.
Right. Just having the same anxiety-ridden attacks by just dumb
that we
shit that
are.
people do. Like, so you're not alone. Just don't feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
So.
And happy to share all these pet peeves with all of the baddies out there.
Yep. Till next time, take your PTO, close your laptops at 5, and remember, if it's truly urgent, they'll call you 3 times, they'll text you, they'll do whatever.
Yeah.
But until then, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
That's it for us today, bringing order to corporate chaos.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that follow button.
Yours truly, Melissa
and Michelle, the Biz-y Baddies.
Got it.